Lesson number 14. The fort is captured but the lion is dead. EVS 2. Standard 4th. My dear children, we know in the previous lesson that Shivaji signed the Treaty of Purandar, and according to this treaty, 23 forts were handed along with some gold coins to Mughal emperor. So now this fort Kondana was among these 23 forts, and it was very strong fort. Now Shivaji and Jijamata was very worried of this. So let's see what happened in this lesson. Jijamata's wish. As I told you children, 23 forts were in the hands of Mughal. Kondana was one of 23 forts. Kondana was one of this which was strongest among all, and so Jijamata was very upset. She thought that it was not safe to keep such strong fort in the hands of the enemy, and she advised Shivaji, saying, Shiva, it is not easy to leave strong fort in the hands of the enemy. Jijamata said to Shivaji, you must capture it. Shivaji and Jijamata was unhappy about it. It was like a thorn in their side. Shivaji started plans for the recapture of Kondana. It was very difficult to capture Kondana. Shivaji started making plans, started thinking, what shall we do? Whom shall I trust? That means, whom shall I give the leadership to take care of this campaign? Tanaji Malusare. Tanaji was Shivaji's comrade. Who is a comrade? A fellow soldier, member of army of Shivaji. He was right from the beginning. And he came from the village called Umrate, near Mahad in the Konkan. Now, this great man, Tanaji Malusare, was a person who used to put his heart and soul in any task and in any work given to him by Shivaji. Tanaji was a strong and well-built man, and not only that, he was clever as well as brave person. He was passionate and devoted to Shivaji. That means he could do anything for Shivaji. Kondana's marriage first. What is the meaning of Kondana's marriage first? How can you get Kondana married? It is the name of the fort. Is this the question came to your mind? Yes, it came to your mind. Now, what is the meaning of that Tanaji was busy making preparation for his son's Raiba's wedding. He was very busy for his son's Raiba's wedding. Everyone in Tanaji's house was very busy in the preparation of the marriage. And one fine day, he thought, as he was busy preparing for his son's marriage, let me go and give personal invitation to Shivaji and Mahasaheb. Who is Mahasaheb? None another than Shivaji's mother, Jijamata. Now the marriage was 4 days away, and Tanaji went personally to invite Shivaji and Mahasaheb. He was also accompanied by Shelar Mama as he went to meet Shivaji to give him a personal invitation to the wedding. Receiving the invitation from Shelar Mama, Shivaji said to Shelar Mama, "You go back and celebrate the wedding. I am sorry, I shall be unable to attend the wedding." Why is Shivaji saying so? "I am sorry, unable to attain the marriage because I have to lead a campaign and recapture Kondana." When Tanaji heard this, he was very upset on hearing this. "How can you do this? This is a dangerous campaign. And why should you go there? I am alive." So, as I told you, Tanaji was brave and clever and can do anything for Shivaji. Tanaji said to Shivaji, "I shall first perform the marriage of Kondana by capturing it. Raiba's wedding can wait. You should allow me to lead this campaign and give me your blessing for its success." Tanajis Plan. By this word of Tanaji, everybody there could really be happy. So now Tanaji was in charge of this campaign to recapture Kondana. Now the fort of Kondana was under the control of Udayban, a Rajput, and he was an officer appointed by Jai Singh. Udayban was a disciplined person. He was very vigilant officer. That meant what is happening in around the fort. The Kondana fort had two entrances. The one entrance was heavily guarded by Udayban's men's armies. Tanaji was also clever. He saw whole area properly. Tanaji made inspection of the fort, so they decided to attack from the west side. So Tanaji explained his plan to his younger brother Suryaji. He said that you take 500 men and you reach the Kalyan gate, and another 300 I will climb up the steep rock and get inside the fort. And as soon as we are there, we will open the Kalyan gate. Then what will you do? You step in and join us, and we will together destroy the Mughal. That was their plan. Suryaji, Tanaji's younger brother, also followed it. Suryaji and Tanaji went different way over the precipice and into the fort. It was a dark night. Tanaji and his men were gathered at the foot of steep rock, difficult rock to climb on. As it was dark, the sound of crickets could be heard all around. 5 to 6 members of Tanaji's group started climbing the steep rock. It was high and it was dangerous. But somehow these brave soldiers managed to climb up this rock. They pushed their fingers into rock. They pushed their fingers into rock crevices. Crevices means narrow opening, a small opening on the rock. And this they climbed this narrow and difficult steep of the rock. Slowly and surely they reached the top. As soon as they were on the safer ground, they tied a thick rope to a strong tree and left the other rope for the other soldiers to climb up the rock. Tanajis valor. By now, what happened? Suryaji's, Tanaji's brother, reached the Kalyan gate and waiting there for doors to open. And then battle on the fort started. Why? Because the gates of the doors were open. Tanaji brought the soldiers from one side, and because of the commotion, the sound, and the noise, Suryaji and Tanaji could come inside the gate. Udayban heard that there was an attack and the battle drum was sounded. That means the battle from both the sides was started. The Udayban soldiers attacked Tanaji's man and the furious battle started from both the sides. And now they were fighting. How they were fighting? They were fighting in the dark, in a dark dancing torch. The Maulas opened the door of the Kalyan gate and Tanaji was fighting like a brave lion. Udayban attacked him and both the brave men were fighting in the battle. In the battle, Tanaji's shield was broken. You know, the shield worn by the soldiers to protect themselves. Tanaji's upper garments were also torn apart. What did he do? He tied a garment in his hand. Tanaji and Udayban were badly wounded. Both were wounded and fell fighting. Tanaji fell on the ground. The fort is captured, but the lion is dead. With the death of Tanaji, the Maulas found themselves without leader. They were scared because their leader was dead. And who will guide us? So they started to run away. That time Suryaji, Tanaji's brother, arrived on the scene. That means he came on that place, though he was very sad that his brother had already died in the battlefield. He did not waste time in grieving dead body of his brother. What did he do? He continued to fight, cut the rope through which soldiers entered, fought with a steep rock. Why? Because the Maula was scared that leader was no more and they wanted to run away. But Suryaji said, can you be like cowards? Come on, run again and fight battle. I have cut the rope and you cannot go anywhere. Otherwise, go and jump out of the steep rock. Otherwise, fight back and destroy the enemy. This word gives courage to Maulas and they started fighting. A furious battle raged. The Maulas ultimately conquered the fort, but in the process, they had lost their brave and lion-hearted leader Tanaji. Jijamata and Shivaji Maharaj heard the news. They were struck with grief. Shivaji Maharaj expressed his sorrow in a single sentence. The fort is won, but the lion dead. So Kondana became Sihagar in the memory of the great warrior who gave his life to recapture the fort of Kondana. And even today it is remembered by everyone. Deeds of Tanajis. This event took place in 1670, capture of Kondana. Shivaji Raje went personally to Umrate. Umrate we know is the village of Tanaji. So he went over there and performed the wedding. Tanaji's son Raiba. Thank you. I hope you have understood the lesson. Lesson number 14. The fort is captured, but the lion is dead. Below are the question answers which we will discuss. Fill in the blanks. Tanaji was resident of his place Umrate. The answer is Umrate. Udaiban, appointed by Jai Singh, was the chief of Dash Fort. Which fort he was the chief of? Kondana Fort. The answer is Kondana. Third, the name of Tanaji's brother was. What was the name of younger brother of Tanaji? Suryaji. The answer is Suryaji. Name the following. Tanaji's son. The answer is Raiba. Second, a Rajput officer appointed by Jai Singh. The answer is Udaiban. Third, event took place in. The answer is 1670. Answer the following question. The first, in whose hand was Kondana Fort? The answer is the Kondana Fort was under control of Udaiban. Second, who took charge of the campaign of Kondana? Tanaji Malusare, who took charge of the campaign and left for Kondana.